Millionaires, or just financially successful people, how did you actually make your money? And what advice would you give to the younger generation?
I live in Eastern Europe. Back in 1990, I took out a massive loan. And yeah, it was a scary one. With that money, I bought 10 apartments. Nothing fancy, just solid places. I furnished them, rented them out, and got to work. Every dollar I made went straight back into paying off the debt. No lifestyle upgrades, no showing off, just grinding it out. About every 10 years, I repeated the same move. Scale up, reinvest, repeat. Today, I own 30 apartments, and I've got one employee who looks after the properties and keeps an eye on the utility bills and maintenance. So what's the key? Simple. Find good tenants, treat them right, keep the relationship solid. That's the real game. You can start small, 2 or 3 apartments. You might need guarantors at first, and that's fine. But once those properties are fully yours, you can use them as collateral for new loans. No guarantor needed. That's when leverage really kicks in. Now, of course, everything depends on the country you live in. Different laws, different rules, different risks. And here's one more thing, very important. Don't go overboard. Don't buy luxury apartments thinking you'll make money faster. The more cash you dump into a property, the longer it takes to earn it back. Keep it simple, practical, easy to fix. Because if you get a bad tenant, repairs can wipe out your profits real quick. This isn't flashy money. It's not some get-rich-quick scheme. It's patience, discipline, long-term thinking. Boring? Maybe, but boring builds wealth.
That was one way to play the game. But wealth has many faces.
When I was 20, I got a job as a programmer. This was right when the internet was starting to blow up. Everything was going digital. It felt like the Wild West of tech. I was building websites and setting up databases for them. Back then, the internet was still new. Most software was pretty basic, nothing like the tools we have today. I didn't build the next Facebook. I didn't create Amazon. But I made solid money off my coding skills. From the very beginning, I had one rule. Don't waste the cash. Every dollar I earned, I invested into real estate. Houses first, then more houses. Eventually, I bought an apartment building on the California coast. Now I'm in my 40s. I wouldn't call myself super rich. I still check prices at the grocery store, still compare deals, still think twice before spending. I drive my old Jeep, and I plan to keep driving it until it completely dies on me. But when I travel, that's where I don't mind upgrading. I like staying in nice hotels. And I usually fly business class. Other than that, I live pretty modestly. No flashy lifestyle. No crazy spending. Just smart money and a long game mindset.
I've got a pretty similar story. We started working back in the 90s, right in the middle of the dot-com boom. It was crazy times. Everyone was launching something. Money was flying everywhere. Then our company went public, and that's when it hit me. My shares were suddenly worth tens of millions. I wasn't even 37 yet. The timing? Pure luck. I managed to cash out before the market crashed. And if you remember the dot-com crash, you know how brutal that was. Since then, honestly, my life isn't that flashy. I still spend like 97% of my free time online. Maybe $100 a month on fast food and video games. That's about it. No yachts, no crazy parties, no look-at-me lifestyle. I work, I study at university, and in my free time, I just hang out at home playing video games. And you know what? I'm perfectly happy, because at the end of the day, money didn't change who I am. It just gave me freedom, and that's more than enough.
Here's a piece of advice. Don't marry someone who can't control their spending. Seriously. The wedding itself. It's usually the first big red flag. How much someone wants to spend on one single day tells you a lot about their relationship with money and with self-control. If the plan is to go all out, max everything, impress everybody, that's not romance. That's a preview. Because here's the hard truth. You'll never build wealth if your partner spends money as fast as you earn it. It doesn't matter how good you are at making money. If it flows out just as quickly, you're running on a treadmill.
I've always been a saver. I put away 40% of my salary every single month and invested it in stocks. I made back my initial investment a long time ago. Everything now is just growth. People always ask me, how do you know which companies to invest in? The truth? You don't. I've been investing since I was 18. I have a degree in economics. I'm genuinely interested in financial markets. But even with all that, there's no way to know anything for sure. So I keep it simple. I have a diversified portfolio, shares in 10 companies from different sectors. Technically, that's not super diversified, but honestly, I'm fine with it. All of these companies are among the strongest in my country. I live in Denmark. They're all part of the OMX C20 index, basically the top-tier companies here. Over time, they grow. Some of my stocks are always in the red. Some are up. Some drop 30%. Others jump 40%. That's just how the market works. But if you zoom out and look year by year, my portfolio grows about 7% annually on average. And that includes crisis years, recessions, market crashes, all of it. In my opinion, the worst thing you can do with your money is let it just sit there doing nothing. Inflation eats it alive.
I want a pretty big chunk. Not quit your job and buy a mansion money, but enough to live comfortably. It wasn't some master plan. It was luck.
Thank you for watching. If there are any millionaires or just successful people watching this, tell us in the comments. How did you make your money? Your story might inspire someone. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.